Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope your weekend went well, and hopefully you were able to enjoy some of the sunshine that we got. Today we are going to start our next little mini unit of geometry, somewhat related to surface area because we're still going to be finding area as part of this, but we're going to switch over to volume now. Okay, today we're going to talk about volume of prisms. Tomorrow we're going to talk about volume of pyramids. On Wednesday, we're going to do some slicing and dicing. You're going to be playing with Play-Doh if you've got it at home, or kinetic sand or something like that. You're going to see my little guy later this week. Hopefully he'll let me video him doing some fun stuff with it. And then Thursday, look out for another assessment on volume and slicing and dicing. Okay, but today, again, just focusing in on volume of prisms. Please have some scratch paper today, pencil, calculator. Again, if you don't have your calculator from school, open up a new tab in Google because amazingly enough, the internet has just about everything that you'll need. All right. Main formula for the volume, and please write this down, keep it handy this week. When we're talking volume of a prism, we're going to find the area of that base face, multiply it by the height of the prism. Okay, and when we talk volume, we're now going into units cubed, because volume is the amount of space that's inside an object. So if you're thinking about a cereal box, it's the cereal inside. If you're thinking about a Kleenex box, it's the Kleenex inside. Okay, a can of soup, the volume of it would be the soup itself. Whereas last week we were talking about surface area, which would be the cardboard or the tin can, something like that. Okay, so if you're confused about what is base face, let's talk about that. Okay, it's the face on the shape that gives it its name. Okay, that special one. So I've got a bunch of pictures here. So for this first one, a cube, now a cube is the only one that really doesn't have the base face do something with its name. But just to remember, the base face of a cube is a square. Here we have a rectangular prism, so that means that the base face is then a rectangle. Notice it doesn't have to be the one that faces us. It could sit on it. It's whatever fancy shape gives it its name. For this one, for our triangular prism, it is then the triangle. Okay? Yes, there are rectangles here too, but because we call this a triangular prism, the base face is a triangle. Here we have a pentagonal or pentagonal, depending on how you want to pronounce it, prism. So because that pentagon is the fancy shape that gives it its name, that's the base. This works for prisms as well, pyramids as well. We have two different pyramids down here. One is a triangular prism, one is a rectangular prism, or a square prism, depending on pyramid, depending on what you have. So for the triangular pyramid, the base face would then be the triangle. For the rectangular or square pyramid, the base face would then be that square or rectangle. Okay, with pyramids, it's normally the part of the shape that it sits on. All right, so you have one question coming up here next on naming the shape of the base, and then you'll have another video from me. All right.